Hello. So let's talk about how solo practice accountants or bookkeepers can create marketing content. Just have my little notes in my hand. So very important. Number one thing when we're trying to make marketing content is to understand what our prospects one care about when watching our videos and when actually working with us, and second, what language do they use and what accounting language do they understand? One of the biggest mistakes that I see when it comes to language inside of content is that we assume that everybody knows basic accounting vocabulary, which is not the case. And it is very, very, very easy to lose someone, especially when we're making videos. We're speaking either really fast, or we're trying to prove some kind of point, or we're just talking about our services. And here's where it's so insidious, because you're never really going to know where you lost someone. All you're going to know is that they suddenly either stop watching your videos, or they stop responding, or you're on the appointment and they start going, uh huh, uh huh, and stop really communicating. It's when they start checking out. That's really what this is all about. How can you make content so people do not check out? So, number one, if you have a particular niche or a group of people that you're working with, or that you love working with, for example, let's say that you only work with restaurant owners because it's very easy. The stuff will be straightforward. You don't have to have a lot of complexity. Go talk to some of the restaurant owners that you either know or that are your clients currently, and start quizzing them. Just, hey, do you know what this means? Do you know what this means? Do you know what this means? What do you call this? What do you call this? You're going to start to get a list of words that they understand and a list of words not to use. Because if you have been spoken to someone or someone is your client and you ask them what this word means and they get it wrong and they've been working with you for any period of time, chances are other people in that same community or that same niche are not going to know that word. And unfortunately, since we either are not working with them currently or since we cannot talk to them since we're actually doing the video content, it's hard. We can't explain ourselves after the fact. So if you use some word like EBITDA and they don't know what EBITDA means, you're not going to be able to say, okay, EBITDA actually means blah 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 blah. They would have already checked out. So that's number one. Second thing is, what are their wants and desires when actually working with you? Do they want more time? Do they want to make more money? Do they want to save money? Or do they want to earn more money with you? Do they want you to see where they're being ineffective or inefficient? Or do they want to save on taxes? What do they actually want? Every single niche is slightly different. Depending on what services you actually provide, the result that your ideal client is going to want is slightly different. So it's always important to write those down on either some sheet of paper or inside of an Excel sheet or a spreadsheet. Keep track of that. Very important, because once you have those two down, once you understand what someone actually wants, and you can actually make or have them sit through one of your pieces of content, either read your blog or to watch your video, that's when you start actually making ground with content and people actually start reaching out to either schedule an appointment to work with you, or that's when people start following your prompts and your call to action to get on the phone and the appointment. Start implementing that. Your content's going to work a lot better, and you're actually going to be able to start getting clients from your content. Now, if you've been struggling to attract clients, there are a lot of different little things that go into client attraction, but I've really narrowed it down to about five, and this comes from my experience in owning a virtual accounting firm for the last 3 years and 9 months. Getting close to 4 years now, but when we first got started, it was incredibly challenging because there just wasn't a lot of people who were willing to help us at the time, especially in my local area. I'm kind of like in a, it's not really secluded, but it's kind of like an area where there's a lot of space. So once you run into someone who is a possible mentor, they'll say, yeah, I'd love to mentor you, but they either just don't have time, or they get really busy, or they're just not really involved. So as a way to kind of give back, I decided to start creating a free community where I show you step by step how to start attracting high-paying clients that are fun to work with and are very low stress. So that's what we've been struggling with, especially in these times we're in. I want you to just go click on the link below. Come and join us inside the community. I would love to help you out. This is for you if maybe you had some clients in the past, or maybe you had an accounting firm like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, but you were never really able to get off the ground. Maybe you're on the runway, and you're like, and then it comes down. So if you've been struggling, come and join us inside this community, because there's no reason for you to struggle anymore, because I'm right here. I'm going to show you exactly what it works. I'm very good at, booking appointments and showing people how to do the same. So if that's what you want in your life, come and join us by clicking the link either above or below, and I would love to see you inside. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you later.